Welcome to the 8th Annual Artivist Film Festival in Hollywood, California, hosted by our sponsor, Petrobras, a partner in our community. Since 2003, the Artivist Film Festival has raised awareness for humanity, animals, and the environment through informative and inspiring films. This year's festival will screen 41 films from around the world. Join me, Susan Muirhead, as we speak with some of the festival attendees. Can you tell people about the film Grace?
Yeah, so Grace is the story of a 13-year-old girl who lives and works on a garbage dump in Cebu, Philippines. And the film focuses on her struggle to escape poverty through education. It's just a constant balance when you only make about $1 a day to help support your family, but also try and create a future for yourself. So Mary Grace is 13 years old, and I met her last year, and she really struck a chord with me. Her dedication and resilience and just passion for trying to make a better life for herself, that I wanted to help tell her story.
How did you meet a young girl in the Philippines?
So last year I got a fellowship with an organization called the De Kaiser and Friends Foundation. I love what they do. They provide opportunities abroad for people in their 20s to follow their dreams. And my dream has always been to tell stories through multimedia. So last year they allowed me to travel the world with a backpack full of equipment, and I made a video podcast. And I ended up in the Philippines because the De Kaiser and Friends Foundation had a concurrent development project on a garbage dump. And so I ended up visiting this dump for my podcast and realized this is an amazing place. It's amazingly heartbreaking, but also really heartwarming because of the people's spirit, and that really spoke to me. So come the end of the year, when it was time to do my sort of final project for the fellowship, I decided to make a documentary, and at that time I actually met Mary Grace, and I knew this is it. This is the girl that really encapsulates what this garbage dump is all about.
What was the course of filming like?
Well, it was entirely done by me. I had no crew, independent filmmaker, hardcore. So it was during my second visit to the Philippines in about mid-August to mid-October that I began filming. So for the first probably 2 or 3 weeks, I just spent more time on the garbage dump. No camera, just getting used to being there, people getting used to me being there. And so when I brought a camera into the mix, it wasn't quite as intimidating for them, and it allowed me to really capture life more so than if I were to just walk in with the camera right away. So 2 or 3 weeks of just being around and getting to know Mary Grace, and then I shot for probably just over a month, and various locations on her home, on one dump, and then where they scavenge on another dump. And I had about 15 hours of raw footage. And I actually had attached a head camera to Mary Grace, a GoPro, and just put it on her and said, go do your work, go scavenge. And that really allowed me the opportunity to see what her life is like, and has allowed the audience to really feel what life must be like for this young girl. And I captured a lot of stuff on there that is hard to watch, but I feel that it's important to show people that. And so when I was putting it together, going through all this footage, it was a lot, but I ended up finishing editing the film in January of this year. It was shot in the fall of 2010.
And how has the film played on the festival circuit? Is this just the beginning for you, or have you gone to some other film festivals?
Well, this was actually the third or fourth festival that I got into. I'm now into 5. So the first was the Monaco Charity Film Festival back in May, and there I won the Best Short in the Children of War Foundation category. So they're a foundation that focuses on children's rights. And then I got into Artivist, and I'm very excited and proud to be getting the Children's Advocacy Best Short Award at Artivist. And I just recently got into Eden Docs, which is this September, and ComFest Global Community Festival in Toronto.
What's your experience been like here? Why do you think a festival like this is important?
Well, what I really love is that I think it's a great medium. Film is a great medium that we can inject passion into people to want to take action. I think it's hard to be connected to a cause when you're not connected to a person or a story. So if we can get that connection first, the action just comes naturally. So I think it's really great that Artivist blends those two things together, not just in a word, but in a festival, and a place where people can come together, like-minded people who want to make a difference in the world, whatever their passion is. And I like that there's that blend. There's environmental, there's animal, there's children. Whatever your passion is, there's something here for you. So I think that's really great.
You mentioned the nonprofit organization that you started as a result of this film. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, making this film was just such an incredible learning experience for me, not just as a filmmaker, but as a person. And it's really inspired me. Mary Grace has really inspired me to want to help other kids like her. And so I've started the Gift of Grace Foundation, and our goal is to educate children living on garbage dumps in the Philippines to help them reach their dreams and escape poverty by doing that. And so right now my goal is to raise $15,000 to send 100 children to school for an entire year on the same dump site that Mary Grace lives on. And so I really believe that education is an amazing tool in helping alleviate poverty. So that is just really my push right now. And people can visit thegiftofgrace.com for more information. And if you're looking to donate, we accept PayPal, all kinds of options out there for you. Any way you can support, even if you can just spread the word, would be amazing.